All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What is good? What is good, everybody? It is your girl, Tika Deshawn, right here at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. We're about to go in. We're definitely going to have this conversation about Tyler Perry's latest episode of The Oval. But before I dive all into it, I got to bring somebody along. He called me the homie, the macaroni. Well, I'm calling him the homie, the macaroni, the number one Tony. Let's go, VKJ. What's good, Jay?
Yeah, what's good? What's good? How we doing, family? Salute to Tika Deshawn, all things ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Macaroni, Tony. She is no phony. You got to add that in. She is no phony.
Ain't no phony. Ain't no. But let's go. Listen. We got her going on. Tyler Perry has released a lot of information. Netflix released a lot of information. Variety News has released a lot of information. Up and coming projects that are going to be seen on the screen really, really soon. With that being said, let's just dive on into this ruthless news, y'all. What's coming up? It's coming. It was, but we're gonna dive into it because there's so much. There is so much coming to the screen. Jay, what are your first of all, before I even get started with all this ruthless announcements and stuff, how are you doing? How is life in Vegas? We got so the world today. We can only the only thing we can do is say that we are thankful that we are here. And I do want to say, I want to say my prayers to those who have lost family members, loved ones over on the East Coast with the whole plane accidents. And there's just so much going on. Wow. But in the midst of all of that, day, how are you doing?
In the midst of it all, we stay prayed up, and I'm doing well. I'm blessed. Every time folks say, hey, I'm going through something, you always got to remember other people are going through worse. You know what I mean? So stay prayed up, pray for them, you know what I mean? And try to have a positive attitude. You know me. I'm Mr. Positive. That's me. You know what I mean? Throughout the situation, we pray for the people, but you got to stay positive. You got to have a positive mental attitude at all times. So I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Listen, your girl is here, and that's all I can. I'm grateful, just like you. I'm grateful to be here. Things are not life is life. Life be life in, but we just move right on. We do what we have to do. That's right. So shout out to everyone that is tapping in, tuning in, kicking it right here with us at All Things Ruthless, as well as VKJTV. Shout out to JDA. I don't know if you say Jada, but shout out to you. Thank you for tapping in. We absolutely appreciate you.
Salute.
All right. What up, Penny Proud? Right. We got Penny Proud in the building.
Hey, what's good?
So the long-awaited show, everyone loved the heck out of this particular movie, this particular Tyler Perry project, Beauty in the Black. It's on its way back. It is set to return, you guys, on March 6th. Jay, are you ready for, everything that comes with Beauty in Black? The strippers and the drama, people getting unalive. What's good? What you thinking?
Look, we've been waiting for almost 6 months now. We've been covering it. We covered every episode. You guys know that. So you already know I'm excited. I'm more than excited to get the answers to the questions. How is Kimmy going to get her sister back? Did Body's body get flattened by the car? I mean, all types of answers we need, and I'm excited about March 6th. So are you guys excited? That's the question. Are you excited?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I love Stephen G. Northfleet. I love Terrell Carter. I love, all of these characters or these cast members, actors we've seen in quite a few projects. And so I'm just looking forward to it all. But this right here, this is hilarious, y'all. Tyler Perry is on his way back. Madea is on her way back. Uncle Joe is on his way back. The whole family Brown and everybody, they're on their way back, y'all. And this one is called Madea's Destination Wedding. Listen, I'm like, wait, what, Tyler? What is Madea doing in the Bahamas? So we find out Madea's gonna end up in the Bahamas, but
Madea was retired. I guess she's coming out of retirement right now to go to the Bahamas to do what she need to do.
yeah, you got to go to the Bahamas because
Yeah,
the character Brian, his wife Deborah, their daughter is about to get
yeah,
married to somebody she just met 2 weeks ago on a yacht, and
that's
so
right.
they find out at the last minute, and so they're on their way to the Bahamas to be a part of this whole wedding.
That's it.
So I'm looking forward to seeing Madea on the screen. We kind of need a little Madea. These days, things are, can be very challenging. So we definitely need a Madea type project. Now, this
Sure.
one right here is Straw. What you thinking about Taraji
Mm,
and this new project, Jay? It's about a
wow.
single mom going through the struggles.
Hey, this is gonna be a real story. I believe it's gonna be a reality. Like, I'm looking at the picture and I'm just like, whoa, what is this about? I mean, single mom holding it down. Who is not gonna relate to that? Who's not gonna relate to that? Who's not gonna want to see what happens? And look at this cast. This cast is incredible. Come on, man. Look at this
Yes,
cast right here.
yes,
Sinbad is gonna be in it. Come on. Shout out to Sinbad. God bless him. God bless
absolutely.
Sinbad. For real.
Absolutely. Because y'all, for those of you that don't know, Sinbad had a stroke a while back.
Yeah.
And for him to be able to come back to the screen is going to be definitely a major, major up for him. I'm looking forward to seeing his progress and everything. Oh
That's
man,
right.
Glenn Thurman, this is gonna be crazy. But this one
This is
right
gonna be
here,
crazy. Mm,
R&B, Ruth and
mm.
Boaz. Listen, they made me go to my
Yeah.
Bible to find out what did Ruth and Boaz do in the Bible. Like,
Mm,
what
mm,
was this?
mm. You gotta go
So
back to Bible study now.
okay, we're gonna have to have a Bible study because I forgot. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry, but I'll do better.
It's
But
all right.
but
You're gonna be all
Tyler
right.
Perry, as well as what is his name? Oh man. He was married to you know who I'm talking about. Good.
He was married to Megan
Anyway, it's
Good,
coming
right?
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Megan Good. He was married to Megan Good. So they're coming out with this
Yeah, he's a minister.
faith-based project entitled R&B. And basically, this is supposed to be a modern day retelling of Ruth and Boaz, the
Mm,
iconic biblical love story. So I'm here for
yeah.
it. I'm definitely here for it all. This is gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Plus, you got Tyler Lepley, Truck
Yeah.
Benny, you know what I mean? And your girl
I don't know.
from what's her
Is this the first time? Is this the first time Tyler's actually doing something that's actually based on the Bible? I think this is the first
this
time, right?
I believe this is my first time ever seeing him do anything based on the Bible because
Yeah.
you're talking about P Valley, you're talking about
Yeah.
I mean like everything but but something based
Right.
on the Bible. I think there was one other movie where where the girl was at the church or something. But anyway, this
Yeah.
is definitely gonna be a first Bible based story, but I'm here for it. I'm definitely
Mm-hmm.
here for it.
Mm.
Let's see. Jada says, "Oh, I think another movie, Why Did I Get Married, is in the making too." Tyler Perry,
Oh yeah.
he hinted on that. He hinted on it. And a lot of the members are kind of busy, and so a lot of the actors are kind of busy. So they may work it out. And I hope we do get another Why Did I Get Married again? Because at this point,
Look,
all the
Tyler
drama and
Tyler be
trauma they
working
had
on
those
stuff.
relationships.
Look, Tyler be working on stuff. We don't know nothing about it, and when it comes out, it comes out. You know what I'm saying? Because just knowing that Beauty and Black came back, and then these 3 or 4 movies is about to come out, we didn't know nothing about that. So it may be in the works. You never know.
Right. And definitely there's another one in the works. I forgot. This one is I got the title here. It's coming, y'all. But
Hmm.
Terry J. Vaughn in anything, I'm pretty sure is going to be hilarious. This film is about her becoming a governor to some feat. So okay, here it is, y'all. She the people, y'all. I had to pull it up. She the people. So Terry J. Vaughn is going to play Antoinette Dunkerson, who runs a successful campaign for lieutenant governor, and according to the series logline, now must figure out how to thrive under a sexist and condescending governor while
Mm.
attempting to keep her family in line that they're all in the public eye. Wow.
Wow.
who
Sounds
this story
interesting.
based off of, but it does sound pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And so far, you guys, just so that you guys know, these current projects that I've just written over are going to be streaming on Netflix at some point. We only have a date for one of them. That's Beauty in the Black, March 6th. That's when that one will come back. And then we also have at Amazon Studios, we got Black, White, and Blue. This one, there was not a whole lot of information out there, but we're going to see some familiar actors. Some of our favorite television shows are going to be a part of this project from Tyler Perry. And that one, like I said, it's going to be on Amazon.
Yeah, he's getting it in.
He be working, working.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, because you're giving us a whole lot of content, a whole lot of stuff to discuss. So we appreciate you. We appreciate all the actors, the cast, and the crew.
Absolutely. With that being said, y'all, definitely salute to Tyler Perry. But our girl Sammy Ray got a song coming out on the 14th of February entitled Love a Girl Gone Savage. And if it's anything the way that I think it's going to be, Sammy gonna kill it. She has an amazing voice. She's doing a very great job at acting. So I'm looking forward to hearing this new music. What about you, Jay?
Sammy's dope. She's dope, man. Like I've been loving her stuff and loving what she's doing. So, you know, I'm into it all. Whatever she's putting out, I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna definitely let people know about it because she's just dope. Yeah.
For sure, y'all. Yeah, Sammy Ray, y'all. For those of you that don't know, she does star or she does have a role in Tyler Perry's Ruthless as your nosy I couldn't even say podcaster, your nosy newscaster. But of course, y'all, coming back to the okay, she's nosy. She's a nosy newscaster. She's trying to get the story, and I'm here for it all. But also, you guys, of course, Lenny Thomas, his film, The Beggar Man, is going to be seen at the Garden State Film Festival in New Jersey.
Awesome.
Hopefully, it'll keep making its way around the circuit so that others will be able to view it. But if you're interested in viewing this project itself, like I said, it would be out there in New Jersey. And you can go to gardenstatefilmfestival.com to find out more. It's coming up in March, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. So stay locked in. Go support Lenny, whatever you can support.
A lot of stuff coming out in March, boy. Ooh. Shout out to Lenny.
Between February and March, it's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I gotta say, because Nyreen Brown, she has, she's been, when we don't think she's working, the sister is actually really truly working. With that being said, she is in the new project entitled Happy Anniversary. She's gonna play the crazy chick's best friend. That's all I can say. I actually watched it. It's really good. I recommend it. It's now out on Tubi. It's for those All the Queen's Men lovers. It's got O'Shea Russell in it as well. Tommy and his cookies are in this film as well. So make sure y'all check that one out. Yeah.
So, I love Nyreen too. Love me some Nyreen. Nyreen is the one that got me locked in and hooked to Ruthless. All right.
Oh my God.
Wish you could come on back, but it's all good. Keep doing that.
Not mad at that. And I mean, she's in some she was in the Usher video. She's touring with a lot of the music artists dancing on stage and everything. So, I commend her. She's continued to grind regardless of, in the midst of everything, she's continuing to grind. With that being said, last but not least, y'all, I got to shout out my guy, Rayon Lawrence, who has a film that is going to be going to the Pan-African Film Festival. Now, there was going to be an arts festival along with it. However, because of everything that's going on, they canceled that. But it's out in Culver City at the Pan-African Film Festival. And the 2 dates where you can catch his project are going to be on Tuesday, February 11th and Monday, February 17th. So if you're out there in Culver City, make sure you guys head over and check out this project for sale, y'all. I think it's going to be pretty good. I saw the trailer. Y'all can go to Nikki Oh God, I'll put her name in the link, y'all. You know, my brain works whenever it want to work. But with that being said, y'all, we are about to dive in on the oval. We got some special things going on tonight, so I want y'all to come back, and we're just gonna cover some of the key moments because around 9 o'clock, y'all. I'm just saying, if you love the oval the way we love the oval, you might want to be here. I'm just saying, make sure you hit that share button as well.
Tell a friend, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, because it's going down. But shout out to Rayon Lawrence, my guy, as well. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay, y'all. So now we're here. We're right here at the Oval. This was the latest episode number 4. The current president, is now smelling the shirt of a body. Have you been bucking my wife? You know he been bucking your wife. What do you mean?
Crazy,
Jay,
dog.
Any thoughts on this foolishness?
Man, like I said the last time we was covering this, I knew he wasn't going to do nothing. I knew he wasn't going to do nothing but talk. He wasn't going to buck up. He wasn't going to jump like a frog on Bobby. And Bobby, Mr. Smooth Bobby, you know what? I give it to Bobby, man. He got the gift of gab. You know what I mean? Because the excuse that he gave him, I kind of believed him for a second. Then I was like, nah, I know the truth. So I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? But what he said, yeah, sometimes I carry her coat. And sometimes, the perfume gets on me. Da 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 da. I was like, yeah, on the bottom of your shirt. Come on, dog. Like, how does this guy believe this, man? He doesn't believe it, but he ain't going to do nothing about it. So, as we know, he a punk. Yeah. He knows this guy hitting his wife. He a punk.
And he is so selfish though, because he has this moment where he's talking to Max, saying that Bobby's got knees and all this other stuff. And I'm like, Bobby, you need to slow down before you catch something, or you catch somebody that's gonna unalive you. And Simone seems to be that type of person already. She's being jealous and just in the utmost. Of course, Kyle has to throw in his face about, hey, maybe we can do it again. Like, no, you can't. We can't do it again. Y'all know Bobby and Kyle had a moment. I was like, wait, what? No, my stomach hurts from hearing that. But okay, it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was crazy. But that's the Oval. If it ain't shenanigans going on. But I saw those marks on Kyle's arm. I'm like, dang, and you take that? Like, you weird. You into that
he just freaky. He's just freaky. He's just into that stuff. There's a lot of people out there like that. You already know.
I guess. Don't leave no marks on me. But we gonna see our girl Lily again, and she's talking to Taylor. He made it out. And he's telling her, hey, come on out the house. Ain't no guards. Or let me come to the house. Let me just come and get you, whatever the case may be. But she is so, what is it, Stockholm Syndrome? She's so afraid that she just refuses to even think about leaving that home because she don't want no trouble. What how would you rescue her, Jay? Because she's just going through the motions right now.
Look, she told the dude, she said, listen, somebody tried before. Somebody tried to get me out of here before. It ain't turned out too good. Like, she is talking like Donald is like the big brother watching. You know what I'm saying? He's probably watching right now. Like, she is terrified of Donald. And it's like, before you wasn't like that. But now you see that, Donald, he can handle some business. He will come out of nowhere and be like, hey, what's going on? What you doing? Oh, okay. You trying to escape? Nah, you ain't going nowhere. They popped each other, so she don't want to get popped again. You know what I mean? So she's afraid. Yeah. She's terrified.
Very much so. I hate it. I really, really hate it for Lily that she's going through all of these shenanigans. Yeah. I'm just like, let me just take my chance to get up out of there. But she's just so terrified that she just don't want herself hurt, and she doesn't want her family hurt, because that was the biggest thing. Yeah. Of course, he said that he would go after her family, and so that's the biggest thing that she doesn't want to happen. I don't really want to. I'm gonna skip. And he will do it. I'm going to skip this one. Mm-hmm. We know that there's some deep, dark demons down in that tunnel. Jason refuses to tell his father what's actually down there. That's really what that conversation right there was all about. This conversation was saying that they needed to watch Bobby. And so they're going to send Bobby home. Him and Max, they're going to send him home and basically have somebody watch and follow Simone and Bobby, make sure that Bobby is not headed to Simone's home. And that's basically where it all went down in that moment. Any particular thoughts on that, Jay?
No.
I know, right? I was
Not
just
at all.
over it. I was just like,
it's like, okay.
Very much so. It was very much so. Just going through the motions with these two. And so I mean, I was just like, yeah, again, follow the leader, more of that. Just follow him, make sure, oh, you can go home. Okay, well, Max, well, I got to go talk to the president. Well, no, you can go home. Like I told you, I'm the chief of staff. You can go home. Bobby's on the phone, booed up. He thinking he booed up. At this moment, he's talking to Priscilla, of course. He gets caught. He says his mama called him on the phone. We're gonna dive in a little bit later about that conversation between he and Priscilla, but it was super interesting to just to see her actually call him because she was calling to get some information. What up, Renee Beckham? Thank you for tapping in.
Yeah.
And so just her facial expressions through that, yeah, she'd be killing me with the facial expressions. But this one right here, he called Priscilla an unstable creature. Where did that line come from, Jay? You remember where that line came from?
Man, I remember there was a movie. What was that movie? It was with
Baby Boy. It was
Baby Boy. Cuban Junior's
Peanut.
brother.
Yes. Peanut called
he said,
the
you
girl
unstable creatures. Yeah. When they was arguing in the house.
That was that. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was that particular moment where this moment right here, I don't know why I know why Sam keep going to the house. It's a lot going on at the Nancy and Richard's house.
Right.
But I'm like, do y'all not have more than one bedroom? Like, why is it that you just are dead set on getting in the bed with Priscilla and you didn't even take a bath? And she was right, like you didn't even take a bath. So why are you up and in the bed?
Can I be honest with you? This was hilarious to me. Like the way Sam was acting. This is my house, damn it. You know, he was like cursing and stuff. I was like, Sam, calm down, bro. You do need to go to take a shower, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you kicking Priscilla out like, bro, like what you doing? He's throwing his clothes around, threw his shirt on, whatever it was, and caught it. Like it caught it. Like I was like, oh, this is wild. But yeah, Sam was acting a little funny on that. I honestly was laughing. Even though he was frustrated, I was laughing a little bit.
Yeah, because he put himself in this position, and I understand it's his home as well. But I'm like, my only thing is, don't y'all got another bedroom? Or go sleep one of y'all go sleep in the living room or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this moment right here got crazy. Okay. We got Richard. He has finally made his way home and he is kind of looking for Nancy, but not really. And he's asking Dale, well, what are you doing here? And, Dale says he needed a place to stay. And then this moment right here happens. Gonna give it
terrible.
I was just like, he saw the liquor bottles on the table. It was just a terrible moment. But then the nerve to knock on the door and walk into the house talking about he's looking for Nancy. Clarence, sir, what are you thinking? What is going on?
He's bugging. You know, what he said, why are you here? And he says, oh, I heard about Barry. I came to check on you. Clarence, you lying. You a liar, bro. You killing me right now. You know why you up in there. You up there trying to get more than Nancy skins. You're killing me right now, bro. You're killing me. And yeah, I would have did the same daggone thing if I was Richard. But get out of my house. Never come back. Don't ever call me son ever in your life. Crazy.
Yeah, that was just too much. I never thought. I understand Nancy. She want to feel good, but feel good with somebody else, Nancy. You want to feel good with your father-in-law. Like how you? And then she comes out arguing with Richard as if he's the one that's wrong, when in actuality, she is the cause of all of the chaos and him saying that he wanted a divorce. And she literally it's really all on her. Any particular thoughts? And when she was in his face, I just knew he was about to grab something. I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, she is the cause of this whole debacle right here. Okay, this goes way back, deep rooted, way back, and to have Clarence back in the house, all you doing is just resurfacing this pain, and you trying to put it on Richard. That is insane. Right. Oh, you want a divorce? You think I ain't going to get comfort? Nah, no, you shouldn't have comfort after what you've been doing. And now to do this? Nah, man, your boy Richard, boy, he was leaning over. He was feeling like sick and bubble guts, and he wasn't feeling it, so he had to do something about it. You F around, you find out.
Okay. He F around and definitely found out, because Richard found
shout out to Nancy, though. Shout out to Nancy with the girls. Shout out to Nancy.
I knew you was going. I knew that was coming at some point. I was trying to talk fast so it wouldn't, but I knew it was coming. I mean, but Nancy, as a mature woman, she looks nice beautiful. And sexy. I like the color. Since we want to talk about, we're not talking about her twins. We're talking about her outfit. That was cute.
She is beautiful.
I was here for that.
Absolutely. I love my beautiful chocolate sisters. Period. No matter what the shade is, I big up my queens. They're beautiful. Okay.
You do. We give you that. Let's see. Jada said, okay, it's coming. The scene was funny, but okay, I need to take the cursive off, y'all. The scene was funny, but they got to either move on or work something out, because they storyline just dragging the show at this point, and I'm just like, let's get this over with. I feel you, but like, because that's what I was saying the last time. Like, what else is there for Richard and Nancy other than Richard? Because Richard has a storyline working in the White House. Like, we can eventually find out who he actually works for, but what's next for Nancy other than her sleeping with the daddy? Like,
I don't know. I think it's coming around the bend. I think it's coming towards an ending type. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what Richard just did with Clarence. You know, what else is there? But of course,
I didn't pull that slide up, but he took a sharp tool and did a little poke, jiggy jab, and went a little deep.
Yeah,
trying to take brother out. Take a papa to the king.
Take a papa to the king. That's
all
hilarious.
I can say. That's all I can say.
Yeah. It was intense. It was intense.
Yeah, it was very, very intense. Any other moments that you can think of, Jay, before we move on? We got a few more minutes, a couple of minutes before we move to the next segment.
Yeah. I'll just, again, if we go back a little bit in this same scene, I was just tripping because she let Dale stay in Barry's room. I was tripping about that because your son just passed away. Like, you don't let Dale stay in Barry's room. Let him stay on the couch. You see that couch over there? Dale could have stayed right there on the couch, but you so drunk, getting your back blown out. Okay. You don't care where. Dale could sleep in the kitchen. Dale could sleep wherever. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of pissed off that she got so drunk that she was like, yeah, just go sleep in Barry's room. Like, come on. Like, where's the respect at? Like, she is totally disrespecting everybody right now. You know what I mean? And while I love Nancy, I do, because, Nancy's just beautiful. But right now, I'm not happy with Nancy. I'm not happy with Nancy. And Clarence, you got to go. You've had to go. And if this is the end, we don't know if this is the end or not. We don't know. But if this is the end, let it be the end of this trifling father who is claiming that Richard is his son. Nah, dog. You don't do that to your son. You don't do that to your son. You don't do that to your daughter. You don't do none of that, bro. You just terrible. You're not even good and terrible. You just terrible.
I was extremely disappointed in Nancy. Her choices, her decision making right now is just ridiculous, and it takes me back to where I feel like this is why she cheated on him in the first place, because she just didn't have any self-control. She want to use the excuse that she's lonely and all that other stuff to have a moment or a reason to cheat. But I think it was just disappointing in Nancy, and she needs some therapy. Hoping a few friends can talk to her. But you guys, for those of you that are tapping in, tuning in, kicking it right here at All Things Ruthless, as well as VKJ TV, we have something very special, someone very special. But before we get it started, I would love to share this clip with you guys, and then we'll be right back with our special guest.
It's okay. We can talk about it if you want. Or not. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Yeah, let's just get it over with. Your baby girl is healthy.
Honey, I'm home. I've always wanted to say that. Now, where's my baby girl?
What are you doing here, Stephanie?
It's Scarlet Gray now. You know that.
Job.
You got a job?
Yeah, Uber. Using my dad's car.
Oh, so you and Dad are cool now?
No. My sister ran her mouth about me training, and he didn't like that, so
I guess you don't get a job. We kick you out.
One time. That's it. I found it.
Nigga, you hide stuff from me?
Well, you don't need it.
You done stole my shit.
I ain't gotta explain nothing to you.
You know what? You take that, and that's the last thing you gonna get from me.
I wish I never would have met your ass.
this is nice.
Get your clothes on.
And they're staying on.
I can work with that.
You can also listen to me.
I'd rather listen to you moan.
In time.
But no.
Well, how are you gonna do that?
All right, y'all. I want to present to some and introduce to others the one and only Taja V. Simpson. Hey, Queen. How are you this evening? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
No, we can't hear you though.
Okay, perfect. Let me get this screen together. Oh. Hold on, y'all.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you are.
Okay, great. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Here we go. We're coming back. You know, this little situation right here does whatever it wants to do, whenever it wants to do it.
No
How
worries.
are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. First of all, let me get that intro, okay? Can somebody send me that when we done? Send me the
I
link to
got
that.
you.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
That was great. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Listen, we're trying to get this whole. Here we go. Now we got the beautiful queen on the screen. I know you guys know this beautiful lady. I think she's biting. She's trying to run for the new first lady. I don't know, but we got Miss Taja V. Simpson in the building. How are you?
Hey, bum.
Okay.
I got you. We got it all right over here.
That's comedy. Way
Way to go. Way to go. That's
Yes.
funny.
How
Oh,
are you,
goodness.
Queen? How are you,
I'm
Queen?
good. I'm great. Oh, I hear you guys. Wonderful now. This is good. I'm good. It's been a crazy day, but I'm excited. That's why I texted you earlier on Instagram, like, yo, I'm excited for the night. Let's go. Let's go.
We're
Awesome.
definitely excited to have you here. We're gonna let me just turn this thing over to Vacay J real quick. He's got a game, somewhat of a game that he wants to play. Just a little icebreaker to get us familiar with who is Taja V. Simpson. So let me bring up your
Before we
caption,
get to the
Jay. I got
game,
you.
before we get to the
Oh
game,
yeah,
hold on.
Okay.
Tiketika's speeding right now. It's
I
okay.
got you.
She's very excited to meet you, and that's what it is. So she's speeding. So I got you.
Okay. Got you. No
Ma'am,
worries.
first
Yes.
off, what we do here is we give flowers. So we want to give our flowers to you for 6 seasons of the Oval and everything that you've done. We looked at your filmography. You've been in my living room for probably 10 to 15 years. And you look like you're 21. So we want to give you props right now.
Receive that,
Shout
honey.
out to
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. No, I truly appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we want to get to know Taja, right?
Okay.
So July 8th,
Mm-hmm.
a queen was born.
That's it.
All right. And as the queen is growing, what was some of your dreams? What did you want to be when you were a child? Was it a police officer, businesswoman, president of the United States?
Great question. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be an attorney. I thought I was going to be a full-fledged lawyer, honey. And I went to school initially, I went to school for political science. And once I got into those courses, they were super analytical and boring, and that did not fit my personality at all. So I was struggling. I was like, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna have to drop these courses. And so I ended up switching to mass communication with an emphasis in broadcast journalism, which was like telling the news, right? So I became a news reporter for NBC and Fox affiliates right out of college. And I succeeded in that. And then from there, that kind of got me really comfortable in front of the camera. And people, my superiors would be like, "Wow, you're so comfortable in front of the camera. Like, man, you could just go up there and tell a story." And that's when I knew I was kind of at home, because I would just sit there, look at the camera, and tell the story about what happened. Because when you tell news, supposedly it's supposed to not be tainted, not supposed to be one way or the other. You're supposed to just tell the story.
Right.
And so that's how I was trained, was like, you have to tell the story. You can't tell your political view of the story or whatever, right? So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an attorney. It wasn't until I graduated college that I had this little birdie on my shoulder forever, just being like, "Hey, you should try acting. You should try acting." And I didn't do it in college. I didn't do any of that. I was a dancer and I was an athlete. I ran track. I had a D1 scholarship for track and all this stuff. And so I just never really pursued it. And like I said, when I graduated, I was like, well, let me get into some classes and see what happens. And then from there, I won all these awards. I won my casting director at the time, name was Gary Chason. And so he did these like really big acting workshops. And so at the end, you had this little acting workshop, and you had to put up your scene and stuff like that. And I was the first person to ever win 3 awards. And from there, the bug had bit me, and I was like, "Oh, maybe that's why this little birdie on my shoulder has been on here all these years." And so then I pursued it, and moved to LA and came here. And back then we were doing agent workshops, and where you go and you present like your monologue or a scene in front of an agent, and they decide if you have enough talent, they want to sign you. Out of 53 people, I was the only one who wanted to sign.
Wow.
And within 6 months, I got an agent, and it just kind of slow road from there. This business ebbs and flows a lot. So that was kind of my journey of how I got started.
Awesome.
From an attorney to news to acting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So have you always been an overachiever? Because it sounds like you look just,
That's so interesting you would say that. Yes. That's my problem. No, it's a blessing and a curse for sure. My husband will tell you.
Well, it's a blessing for us. It's a blessing for us.
Thank you.
Guaranteed.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always been an overachiever for sure. Even in college, I had to go get approved that I could do 18 hours a semester, because I was like, oh no, it's 15 hours. No, 18, sorry. And I was like, they were like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, because 15 hours is just, I got too much time. I could be doing more." And so I wanted to get more hours done. So I think, and then the next semester I did 21. So I've just always worked well with a lot on my plate.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Inspiration. You're inspiring. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you got into acting,
hmm
right? Who were some of the actors, actresses that you kind of like said, you know what? I admire them. I want to be like them, or, you know, just kind of they inspired you. Who were some of the greats that you looked up to?
Ooh, well, when I was younger, it was like Keisha Knight Pulliam because I love the Cosby Show. I know that's probably taboo to say now, but back then it was one of the best shows on, right?
Right.
And she was like me. She was a little brown girl, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I can do this. She's when I was a real young kid, I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna be in the TV. When I was like a child, I want to be in the TV. Um, and then from there, it went. I loved Felicia Rashad. She's always someone that I truly admire. Of course, Viola Davis. As I got older, yeah, I started to recognize her. I fell in love with her in Antoine Fisher because she was just in that scene and she sat there and Derek Fisher's kind of going off and she did not say a word, but she said so much. And I was like, who is this woman? I must know her. And
Mm,
she was one of my favorites. Um, of course, Meryl Streep, but then there's other people that I love just because they offered the screen such a like I guess believability. You fall in love with them. They're so natural, like a Anne Hathaway, right?
mm.
Like I love her. I love Jennifer Lopez, actually. I think she's somebody, she doesn't get enough
Okay.
credit, but I think she does really well. I mean, of course, there are the greats that we all know and love, but yes, I love Tom Hanks. I love Mahershala Ali. I love a bunch of different great people, and Cynthia Erivo and all of that. But then there's other people who I don't think get enough flowers, but they're also supremely talented. So
Absolutely.
those are some of the people that I like and will always watch their stuff.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you played opposite fellow icons like Damon Wayans, Lethal
Mhm.
Weapon, right?
Mhm.
Raven Simone. He was
Mhm.
in Grey's Anatomy. I was like,
Yeah.
she was in Grey's Anatomy too, right? I'm
Yeah.
like bugging, like I'm watching your reel, like, oh my God. Because I seen you and I'm just like, I know you from the Oval, right? You are
Right.
Priscilla Owens, okay? That's who I
Period.
know,
Period.
right?
That's it.
That's it. But then I
All
went back,
right.
I was like, wow, right? So I want to ask, what were your like biggest lessons that you learned along the way that kind of propelled your career to where it is right now?
To trust my instincts. Yeah, yeah. So Um, I approach every character usually roughly the same. Like I love what we call the discovery of the character. Like you get the script, you get the scenes, whatever, and you kind of go on this journey with that particular character for a movie or a TV show or what have you. But you have to build this person just from paper. She doesn't exist in real life. So you have to breathe life into those words on page to where the casting directors, the producers, the directors look at you and like, oh, that's Priscilla right there. Oh, that's such and such. Oh, that's you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they know an idea of what they want sometimes, but then you have to go in and be like, this is her. And then they're like, we love her. So I had to learn to really trust my instincts and be grounded and be my authentic self and what I bring to the role. One of my biggest lessons is just learning that I am enough. I think
Mm,
this industry is very you get a lot of rejection. There's a lot of no's that comes along with doing what I do. So you have to be passionate about it. You have to love it. There's no other way. Like there's
mm,
just no way. And so because I had so much of a desire to be great for myself and then be great as these other characters, being an actor has made me the best version of me because I'm constantly evolving and growing, you know? So I think once I started to fully believe that I was worthy of this, I was enough, I was all these things. 'Cause I grew up with a really low self esteem. I'm from Louisiana. Used to get judged because I was dark skinned, couldn't go to places and go to people's homes because I was darker than a brown paper bag. It was all this
wow.
stuff that was a real thing for me my whole life. So it took a lot of deprogramming of the old programming of my mind to then look in the mirror and do what I call mirror work and affirm myself with affirmations and things like that to really change my subconscious mind of that belief that was so ingrained in me. But they're not gonna pick me because I'm a dark skin. They gonna really give that role to a dark skinned girl? Okay, I don't know. It's going up against such and such. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not big enough. I don't have enough. I don't know if I have enough talent. I don't have enough credits. Like all these things that sometimes as actors or as people, we tell ourselves that kind of talks us out of this blessing that God's like, but I have this for you if you just believe. So once I started to fully believe that, my life really started to change. And that's when it really started to take off. And I think my biggest thing at that moment in 2017 was when I booked Boo 2 with Tyler Perry.
Awesome. Yeah. I love you already. All right. I got more questions, but I want to hand it off to Tika. You are definitely going in deep today. Shout out to you. I got to give you another air horn. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? We got Taja in the house, family. You know what I mean?
Hey,
show us some love in the chat. All right. Tika, it's on you.
Tika!
Listen, absolutely, Miss Taja. Thank you so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate you. I am humbled by this moment. I really can truly say, as a mom of a brown-skinned daughter, I literally show my daughter images of you, videos of you, moments of you, so that she can get the same inspiration that you're gathering. I just want her to be a better person, and you're definitely someone that she can look to for those type of encouragements. With that being said, now you're welcome. The first role I ever really saw you on and recognized you on and said that woman is getting on my nerves was, of course, Boo 2. When you came in, Women Have It with Brian.
Speaking of Boo 2, got it.
Exactly. You bought baby girl that car, and she didn't need that car, but you did it anyway because that's what moms do. How did you even become a part of the whole Tyler Perry family?
Woo, girl, that's a testimony in itself, Jesus. Okay. So,
yes.
So prior to that moment, I had auditioned for Tyler Perry 7 times. I had auditioned for leading roles in The Have and Have Nots, and For Better or For Worse, like different movies, like all these different things. And at that time, this is gonna be a really deep interview, but at that time, I had just had a broken engagement. And so I was really low. I had gotten really depressed. I was really just kind of sulking. I was in a space that was just really low vibration. And I was on my sofa day in, day out. Night went to day went to night for days and weeks at a time because I was in this space. And I had to come up with another way to make more money financially because it's a whole other story. But I end up booking this job out in Orange County. So I'm in LA County. Orange County is an hour away, no traffic, right? So anytime you need to go to Orange County, it's going to take you at least an hour and a half or whatever. So I book out with my agency. I go for a weekend to do this job or for like 5 days to do this job. And I kept getting these auditions for Boo 2. And at the time I was like, oh, I already booked out. I need money now. I can't get evicted, right? Like I need money today. So they came back like 3 times asking me to come and audition, but I was out of town. I wasn't able to do it. And so finally my agent was like, Taja, she's asking to see you one more time. You could just go tomorrow morning. And I just drove back into town. I got home at I got home at like 10 o'clock and I'm exhausted and I am like, oh my God. And so my agent calls me. She's like, just think you'll book this and you'll go to Atlanta and you'll live your dream and you'll book this movie and everything will be great. And I was like, okay, Tracy. All right, let me figure this out. So I pick up the script, I look at it, and it's 8 pages. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I laid on my floor I remember just laying on my floor in front of my fireplace, and I just started praying. I was like, Lord, I've auditioned for this man so many times. If this is meant for me, you just like help me, because I have nothing. I was at a really low space. I had no desire to do this audition, Tika. Okay. So the next morning I get up and it's like 6 in the morning and I'm like, okay, let me try to learn these lines. My audition's at 11. So I get up, I learn the lines, I get ready. And now I'm like, okay, I got this. I can do this, right? Cool. I get ready, I'm off book. I go in there, I kill this damn audition. Okay. I'm like, that's it. That's me. That's mine. I walk out like, yeah, baby.
Right.
I have a lot of athletic background, so I'm all about like sports and hyping myself up. Like, yo, you did that. That's right. Hell yeah. Like, girl, hype yourself, girl. So exactly. So the next day, my agent, that night I get home and I was like, you know what? I have to do something different than what I've done before. So I'm going to pack. I'm about to do my act of faith. What is your act of faith that you didn't do before that you need to do now to really put out to the world, put out to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, that energy that like this is mine. What is your faith step? Right. And so I got up and I packed like I booked the role, and I was in my closet singing, "This is the day. This is the day that the
Okay.
Lord has made."
Yes.
Come on, I was in there praising, honey.
I know that's right.
Packed up for
I know
5
that's right.
days. I don't know why it was 5 days. I just did it and was like, cool, ready to go. The next day, my agent called and she's like, "Hey, just so you know, you're one of the chosen ones. So we're just waiting to hear from Tyler Perry." I said, "Oh, okay, tell them go ahead and take their time because I'm already packed. I'm ready to go." And she started laughing. She was like, "Wait, what?" I said, "Oh, I'm already ready. It's mine. I'm claiming it, Tracy." She was like, "Oh, okay." Another day goes by. She was like, "Hey, you're one of the top two. We're just still waiting for Tyler to make his decision." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready to go. You ready when you leave this week? Cool, no problem." And so she just kind of laughed, kind of chuckled. So then the next day I get the call and she's like, "You're the choice. When I tell you I shouted." Ha! Turn to your neighbor and say, "Shout." Amen. What?
Wow.
When I tell you I shouted, honey.
Listen.
Girl,
Okay.
I
Okay. For
shouted. I
real.
was so overwhelmed with like gratitude, like, "Thank you, Jesus. I needed
Mm.
this break. I was at a low
Yeah.
breaking point. I needed this break." And so I found out that I was leaving for 5 days and I was going to be in Atlanta for 5 days.
Wow.
And then after I booked it, I realized that that's when I went back and counted. I had already auditioned for him 7 times. 7 is the number of completion. 8 is the number of new beginnings. That was
Mm-hmm.
the 8th audition, and the audition was 8 pages. What?
Wow.
So that for
Wow.
me was like, okay. So once that happened, that was like the turning point for me where I started to really focus on changing my mindset. I believe if you change your mind, you change your life. If which yes, I believe that words have power, life and death in the power of the tongue, and those that
Right.
speak thereof, right? So I had to
Right.
really become more cognizant of how I spoke to myself, the things I said earlier when I was, mentioning how I used to put myself down without even realizing it. I started to be really aware and really cognizant of how I was speaking to myself and verbally just out loud. And so I changed everything. And so from that change, that catapulted me to like really level up. And it kind of just kept going from there. I know it was a long story, but I was like, I
No,
gotta give you
that's
the whole thing. I don't
okay.
know.
That's okay. I love it. I love it.
Ah,
That's definitely again another one of those inspirational moments where sometimes we,
yeah.
like you said, if you speak it into existence, it's going to basically become yours. You just have to keep speaking it and
Mm-hmm.
speaking it and speaking it
Right.
and acting as if you're already in that position and it's going to be
That's it.
yours. And so I commend you. I know, like you say, the struggle was real. You had to make other decisions, but then you finally said,
Right.
okay, I'm going to do this one more time. And when
Mm-hmm.
you did that one more time, it became yours. So salute to you. Commendable, commendable, commendable. Now,
Thank you.
one other question, because your resume is extensive, and we will be here for weeks talking about all of the
Weeks.
projects that you have been a part of. But we got to talk about Lola and Lola too. That
Okay.
story of the
Okay.
Lola was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. And for them to literally act everything out, the essay that happened to her when she was out hanging with her friends and the emotional journey that she went on. And again, she had to make a decision to want to fight for her life. She could have
Mm.
easily given up. So and Lola too, you went up against Carissa Shields. So how did you even prepare
Yeah.
for Lola and Lola too?
Yeah. So, God, Lola was such a blessing because the director, Antoine Allen, he saw me in a short film that I was in called Intercept that I won a bunch of awards for. And he saw me in that and reached out to me. So that's how I booked the role. And it was a straight offer. And interesting enough, I'll just give you a small little caveat. Interesting enough, his producers at the time, I didn't know this till later, but his producers at the time did not want him to cast me because I was dark skinned. They were like, "No, we need a light skinned lead." And he's a dark skinned guy from Jamaica, Queens, and was like, "Nah, I need a chocolate girl doing this." And so he stuck to it and lost the money, and then end up having to go get more money to finish, so we can go on with the film. And it was a break in. I was like, oh, I didn't know what happened, but he told us all in the end afterwards. So I'm just super grateful for him for that. because not very many people would have done that. But Lola is a role that I was attracted to because she was a boxer, and I'd always want to play a boxer. I always wanted to learn boxing. I respect the sport so much. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. It is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's the most exhausting thing is to be a boxer and to be believable and all this stuff and learn the skill. So I trained for a few months before Lola won. And got to New York, shot the movie, it did well. And then when we got Lola 2 and we got Carissa Shields, it was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So they sent this like release that Carissa Shields team that they wanted me to sign, saying that if I get hurt in a ring with the Olympic boxer, then I can't sue. Nah, man. Because she was a professional. I'm a professional too. Right. I'm sorry. I'm a professional too, just in a different sport, but we ain't gonna be able to do that. So I didn't sign that as it. So my team had to come and rework that whole thing. And then we were able to sign it and get going. So working with her was a dream because she was so nice, but her team was so different. So I didn't know what to expect, but she was the nicest, sweetest girl. It was one of the first things she had really ever acted in. And so, when you're boxing, it's all choreography. So it was the most exhausting thing because we're sitting there doing the same scene, like, I don't know, 30 times from one angle and then another angle and another angle. So your body is just done at the end of it all. And so for Lola 2, I told him he had to have a masseuse on standby because your body gets knotted up so quickly because you're getting beat up so much that you need your muscles to relax. So then throughout the day, I had to go and get a massage just so my body wouldn't be so tense, so that I wouldn't also get injured. Because when your muscles get that tight and you're trying to overexert them over time, injuries can happen. And I'm like, I can't deal with none of that. I'm an athlete. I know how this works. So it was something that I was really passionate about. I loved her story. I love how she had to fight for who she was and what she believed in. I just loved her journey. Like that spoke to me. And I'd never had, I've never been sexually assaulted. She was sexually assaulted. I'd never experienced a lot of the things that she had gone through. And so that was the attraction for me. It was like, ooh, I want to step into this girl's life. I want to breathe life into her words. I want to become who she is and live through those eyes. And so end up being a passion project for me. And the second one I was executive producer of, I was like, yo, we just got to get it done. And so we got a much bigger cast because of the part one. And that's the thing, you start small with an independent project. You don't really know how far it's going to go. But my role and my job is you got to do your best at all times. Like you never know who's going to see it. You never know where it's going to go. And by doing so,
that's right.
That attracted bigger talent. And so for the second one, we got much bigger talent to be in it. And it was just like the best. And so the second one, when it came out, when Lola 2 came out, it was like number one on Tubi for like weeks and weeks and weeks. It was great. And so it's still doing well. So I'm just really proud of that one for sure.
Yeah, that was definitely a great project. Listen, Elise Neal, her character was like, you gotta, like, she was in your face, and I love her for that. The entire cast, then you had a little Roy Jones Jr. popping out.
Like,
Florida boy right there. I was just like, okay, so I already was gonna watch it because of you, but then like you said, the added cast members that came through, it was all things amazing. So for those of you who have yet to watch Lola, you can check it out. Lola is on Tubi, and Lola 2, if I'm not mistaken, is on All Black. So make sure either way, even if I said it backwards, you guys, make sure
go
y'all
get
tap
it.
in and check out Lola. Go get it. But we're gonna dive into Priscilla real quick, and then we're gonna do one more thing with Jay, and then I'm gonna let you go if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I'm having fun. It's good. Here's a fun fact real quick for everybody listening and watching. If you go to IMDb and type in whatever you're looking for, TV show, movie, whatever, it will show you where you can see whatever that project is. It'll show you all the platforms. So just general information.
Absolutely.
For everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you were ripped in Lola, by the way. You were ripped. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was seeing the shoulder action. I was like, girl, man. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
It did make me feel like,
but
yo, say something. Like,
right. And one more
bring it. What?
One more thing about Lola. One more thing about Lola. It's almost like she was going through a what do you call it, postpartum type of situation with her baby
And Lola
in Lola 2, where she
too.
had just had the
Yes.
baby, and
Yes.
that was so real. Like, people literally go through that, and for Lola to she had to kind of almost like she had to choose her passion over becoming a wife and a mother, and she wanted both, and that's like so real life these days. We want everything, but we can't always get. But Lola was like, bump that. I'm gonna go try this little part-time job. If that don't work, I'm going back to boxing. So I absolutely love that character. I love that character. Now, for real.
Sorry, hold on. Let me just say something to that, because that was a really big deal for that movie. You know what I mean? I mean, at the time I wasn't a mother. At the time I hadn't had any children. So I just had to do a lot of research with moms to figure out what that's really like, because I wanted to really be honest and truthful in those moments. But that was one of the really big things that people loved the most about that film, was her journey and how she was trying to figure out how to balance all that work-life balance, right? So interesting that you mentioned that, because that was a really big thing that really, I think, helped catapult the story and catapult the actual movie to the success that it had, because it was something that women, and primarily women, really deal with, that I deal with, now being a mom. Now I know what it's really like, and it's definitely it's hard. It's a struggle trying to balance it all, for sure. And it's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Definitely. Oh, totally understand. Okay. I'm a fan, and I'm trying to get this story out. But also, okay, Priscilla, Bobby, Sam, else. Why is Priscilla so angry with Bobby? Did he cheat? I mean, I know not with Victoria, because it seemed like Sam has done something prior to messing with Victoria. Is there something we need to know about Sam? Did he do something else that causes? Because it seemed like that to me is what causes Priscilla to be as angry as she is with him. Like, this is not a first offense with Victoria. Like, he's done this more than once.
Correct. Yeah, I believe in season 3 or 4, one of them, we talk about, I think it was season 3, we talk about how this is not his first occurrence. It happened in college when they were together or something, somewhere around there. He did that with someone else, and then I ended up staying, and they worked through it. And then now here we are years later, and you're doing it again. But then also, one thing people fail to remember or realize is that Jason recorded them having sex and then showed it to Priscilla, right? So then she saw it. So to see your husband begging another chick's back out is a whole nother thing, right? So she's frozen. So that made it, I think that really justifies her anger. And then I think what adds fuel to the fire is that he keeps, coming back. No, you my wife, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then it's like, no, we done. And then it's like, people forget about the back and forth with him as well. She's like, leave the house, leave me alone. Let's live apart. Let's figure this out. But then he wants to keep pushing the buttons. No, I'm coming. No, I'm doing this. No, it's my house. No, I'm doing, it's just, okay. If you want it to be over, Sam, let it be over. Just let it be over, but because of all of that back and forth. But Tyler Perry knows what he's doing. He writes all the craziness that we have to say. So it just gotta go from there. But yes, she's angry. She saw him do it. Okay. All right. Y'all remember that. Okay. Oh, I can't wait for KJ down there to type in. Come on, tap in. I can't wait.
That part, because let me tell you,
you must have been watching some of my videos. Huh? You been watching some of my videos? Look, I could not defend. Look, hold on. I could not defend him. Look, I can't defend him.
Go ahead.
I can't defend him. Look, I can't defend him. I cannot. This happened before, as you said. I remember when you stated that this happened before. Now it's happening again. And I remember the real impactful speech that you told him. It's like, I'm not that young girl anymore. I mean, you broke it down. I was like,
what?
There's nothing we can do with this. Well, why you keep pushing, Sam? You gotta go away, bro. You gotta go away. I know he's trying to fight for whatever's left. There's nothing left at this point, because you can't forget. This is twice. So
this is twice now.
Yeah, I
And
can't.
then the
I
second
can't.
time I see it, like I saw it.
I
I can
was
watch
kind of
it.
upset that you know that Priscilla did get him beat down though.
The
When he
beat
brought
down was a lot. I
the
get that.
beat
I get
down was
that.
a little
I get that.
extreme, and I was
I get
like,
that.
No,
"Hold
it
up,
wasn't. No, it
like,
wasn't.
we ain't have to go
No,
there."
it wasn't. It was. It
You
was
had to
what
hurt
he
the
Nah,
needed.
man.
see,
It
look
was
at her,
what
look
he
at her.
needed.
Mhm.
It's like calling my big
He
brother
just
to
came to
go
talk.
stomp
Hold
out
on,
this
he just
dude
came to
that has
talk
never
to her, and
fighting me.
he just came to talk, and she's
Oh
like, "Come
God.
on in, guys." I'm like, "Oh
Mhm.
God." So it was a little extreme for me, but I can understand the anger, and I can
Mhm.
understand why you won't forgive him. It's time to
Right.
divorce. It's
And then, his mouth. Yeah, you guys have seen how he's talking to me even in this season. That's been since season 2. I mean, well,
yeah,
going into 3 and all of that, how disrespectful he gets. And, so it's like the way he is keeps provoking her. So yeah, I'm gonna go see about Bobby. Okay, but she tried to do that, but she's not Sam. She couldn't go through with it, right? When they got caught in the hotel room and he came in guns blazing and shot the man, like
but
she was
was it
just doing it to
okay?
push his
Was it
buttons.
okay for Priscilla to use Bobby like that? Because Bobby got hurt in the process,
No,
right? You
no, it
know,
was not. It was
Bobby
not.
didn't mind.
Absolutely, it was not. I know. Bobby's like, man, I've
yeah,
been shot
Bobby
before.
didn't
It's
mind
cool.
at all.
yeah, he didn't. He didn't. He
He likes
didn't.
being used by all the women in the White House, right?
But I
So
give it to Priscilla. She was strong. She said, "This is not right. Let me leave." So I give it to her
there we go.
because she's not Simone or
Mm-hmm.
Victoria just
Mm-hmm.
hopping on the stick. I mean, come on.
Right. Right.
Very
Exactly.
respectful. That's why I like Priscilla.
Okay. Thank you.
But she's also a mystery as well.
I know. Isn't that cool? I love that about her.
But here's my question now. Here's my
Yes.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you have every right to be mad at Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But does Sam have a right to be mad when he finds out that you and Richard are plants in the White House?
But see, Sam, okay, sure. But
Mm,
Sam knows that I'm from the agency. Like Sam is the one who offered me, submitted my name to get the job. So he knows that. So
he knows that
Tyler
already.
Perry's been a little bit,
Mm.
gray in that, but I'm like, okay. So like all that stuff he knows. So I don't know that it's a secret to him that he knows we're plants and things like that. It's a secret to
Okay.
everybody else. Obviously Richard has a lot going on with Nancy, especially this season, and what she's just
Yeah.
been doing, and his dad, and yada yada.
Yeah, they don't really talk about
So
it that much. Like, I see you wield your power.
right.
Like when
Oh,
Victoria's
this is a
trying to
big
fire
season for
you,
her.
you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah,
you was
yeah.
like,
I was like,
test
girl,
me.
go sit down. Yeah.
Right, right.
Especially with her. She's the
I
one that
love
gets
that. I
under my
love that
skin in a
scene, by the way.
second.
I love that scene, by the way. I watched it again
okay.
and again. I loved it. I was like, she's killing her.
Thank you.
I loved it. Yeah, absolutely. But that was my question. That was my only question. That was my only question about that. But if he knows, okay, divorce him already.
Right. It's like he has the papers, but he won't sign them, But neither one of them has sent papers in real life. But
Right.
here's the thing I will say about the Oval, that I feel like our show could do a better job at doing this. But every season, it's like maybe 4 or 5 days have passed. It's not. I think it's been 6 seasons, and we're still in the first month, if you will, right?
Yeah.
The timeline of the show doesn't match the timeline of our lives. So we look up, we started in 2019 and now we're at 2025, and it's like, dang, you still mad at Sam? You still? And it's like, because the timeline of the show,
Yeah.
like in real life, I found out about that sex tape with him 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm still
Right.
mad about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
gotcha.
3 weeks is still kind of a short time to be like, okay, I'm over, I'm getting a divorce, bye. Like, so that's the thing that I wish our show was structured in a way to where people understood that this is just like every episode is almost like half a day, almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah, we know. We get
Right.
it. Yeah,
Right.
a lot of
okay.
fans is
Yeah,
like,
I
yo,
have
why you still mad? Like,
Yeah.
I have
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tika.
I definitely spend a lot of time letting the audience know, hey, she's mad because it just happened. Like, it's not like it was a month or 3 years ago. It was like it just happened in the Oval world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Listen, I need
In
to
the
know
world.
this moment right
Yeah.
here on Insecure. This moment on
Insecure.
Insecure, you had Oh my God, it was
Yes,
that that
loved it.
that that panic mode, and then turned around and you were the robber. Like, girl,
Right.
really?
Yeah,
What was it?
yeah,
I mean,
that was good.
Issa Rae
That
is
was so
all things
good.
amazing, but literally you and her next to each other, the chemistry was all things amazing together. What was it even like working with
Beautiful.
Issa Rae and being a part of the Insecure family?
Ah, man, that was a dream come true for sure. I remember being in New York and I got the audition and I was like, okay, my husband or boyfriend at the time, I'm like, yo, we gotta figure this out, babe. So he had to be my reader. And I was like, okay, so babe, this time, not don't do a girl voice, but give me like some energy. Like they're having a good time. Like I need you to kind of like I had to like coach him to be my reader because I'm like, I need to really go in on this, but I need that energy. You know what I mean? So I go in and submit my tape and I end up booking it. And when I got to set, literally everyone, including Issa, was like, yo, we loved your tape. You were hilarious. We loved your tape. And I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was the best. Like she and Yvonne were like the sweetest people to work with. Like in my mind, we were already friends. Like we've all been watching Insecure. We're friends already, right? No? Okay. Well, hi, I'm Taja. We're friends, you know?
Right.
So it was really
Right,
easy for me to kind
right.
of get into that role of like, we're old friends because they made it just so comfortable to be there. And then I think, coming from a Tyler Perry world, we move as far as production goes, we move so fast. We shoot, an entire 22 episode season in like 10 to 12 days. And I think to shoot that show, we end up taking, I don't know, it took a couple of weeks to get everything or done just to even do that one episode. And that's like the normal Hollywood way. So for me, I was like, oh, this is a blessing. I got
Right,
time.
Mhm.
um, and so another thing that really
right.
attracted me to her is that she was funny. She was crazy. She was all these things that I don't think people hadn't really seen of me because I do play a lot of like drama and things like that. But I'm also fun. I think I'm funny, but I'm also funny. And so situational funny, not like comedian funny, right? So I'm like, okay, this is a scene, this is a role that I can really sink my teeth into. And when it came out, it was like people were like, I didn't even know that was Priscilla. I had no idea. Wait, is that the same girl? And so I love that. I love having a body of work that every character I look so different, I act so different because they're all different humans, they're different people. So I don't want to be the same person in everything. I want to be different
Right.
from Priscilla to the Eileen and Found to Cheyenne and Insecure to the Christmas movie to, all the things that I've done. I want them to look different. I want them to
Everything.
feel
Yeah.
different. Like the essence of them to be different. Like that's really important to me. So I take a lot of time, spend a lot of my own money just to for coaching, for my wigs that I wear. I want everybody to look different. I want everybody to have their own look and what I envision for them. And so all of that's really important to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah, you a
definitely
master.
do an amazing job, and you are on. Listen, I'm waiting for those awards to keep piling up and piling up and piling up. You're all things
Yeah.
amazing. Now, before we let you go, I want to just talk about a couple of your businesses that you have. I know you have your hair oil treatment products
Mm-hmm.
as well as
Mm-hmm.
the Working Actor Agency. So can you please
Academy.
just
Yeah.
dive in just a little bit about those two businesses that you do have, because that is a part of your resume.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Thank you for that, for highlighting them. Yeah, the first one is the Working Actors Academy. That's the first one that I started. I'm passionate about acting, if you can just hear the way I talk about it, right? So I get a lot of actors that would ask me, how do I get started? What I need to do? How do I do what you do, in a sense? So that's how it was birthed. It started with a book. It's called Cracking the Acting Code. And you can get that one on Amazon, I think, still. And from there, it ended up birthing the Working Actors Academy, where it's a step-by-step like self-paced program where you can go through and learn all the things you need to know how to get started. It's something I wish I had when I started because it took me years to figure these things out. But now I'm just like, here you go, guys. This is what you got to do, and this will get you on the path of where you need to be. So that's the Working Actors Academy. Taj Hair Growth was the second thing I birthed because once I started getting really booked and busy, as a blessing that it was, you use a lot of heat tools on your hair on set because you gotta look the same every day because your hair has to be the same. So if it's
Right.
straightened or whatever, they put a lot of heat on it. And over time, I lost my edges, and I was like, I'm way too young not to have no edges. I can't wear a ponytail slick back. That ain't cool. So I started to actively look for things that I could use on my hair. I did that for a year or so and didn't really show any results. And so I started doing my own research, came up with my own formulation, and that became Taj Hair Growth, which is a tonic, a water-based product, and also an oil. And that stuff is right here. I just have it up there because it's like my
Yes,
I don't know, award wall,
Nice.
and all my awards and stuff are there that I've gotten for acting and things. So
that's right. That's
Nice.
right.
yeah, so Taj Hair
Awesome.
Growth helps with, alopecia and dandruff and thinning and makes your hair really thick. And so
Mhm.
now, even though like right now my hair is in a protective style, I had to do some press earlier for a character that looked like this. So I was like, I'm gonna do this, put this on. But when these ain't on, okay, mother got
Okay.
had this long, okay. So I want to make sure, no matter the protective style, right? Whether you are wig girly,
Right.
whether you're a braid girly, whether you're a cornrow girly, or you're a natural girly, whatever you are, you have to protect your hair, and scalp care matters. And so that's what Taj is, and it's all natural. So Taj Hair Growth and the Working Actors Academy are both things that I'm super passionate about. And it goes with my brand because I'm really passionate about helping people. And so those are the two ways that I have birthed to do that.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Well, we're definitely going to include the link for both of those products and your business, the Working Actors Academy. We're going to include the
Thank
link
you.
on the live. So replay game, make sure y'all hit that link, head over to both of those websites, get you some products. I'm going to be
Yes,
getting me
yes.
some
That's
Get
right.
some
too.
products.
Go get it.
Yes, definitely. But and please, Jay, are you ready?
I
for
think
Oh
the
I'm
yeah, we
ready.
got
Hold
this
on.
game.
Hold
Okay,
on.
hold
Hold on.
on.
Let me look at my my binder here. Hold on. Let me look.
Oh
Let me make
boy,
sure I
there's a
got it right.
binder.
He flexing.
You
You
know
know
what
he
I'm saying?
flexing, right? Look at the
Yeah,
binder. He
there's a
flexing right
binder.
now.
Jesus.
My Tyler Perry the Oval. Shout out to Tyler Perry Studios and everybody. All right, let's get into this. All right, you can bring it up, Tika. We're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
It's
Mhm.
called Color Association. All right, and how it's gonna work is I'm gonna mention the names of some of the characters that you have played. All right, and I
Okay.
want you to give me the color associated with the personality of that character. So, for example, right,
So thank you.
Priscilla, right? For
Mhm.
me, the color is red, right? She's fiery, all right?
Mm.
She's outspoken, right? She's a firecracker. She's off
Yeah.
the chain, okay? All right, so that's just an example right there, all right?
Yeah.
So as you see right there at the bottom of the screen right there, so we
Yeah.
have red, fiery, green is like new, like, green, still learning.
Mhm.
Blue is like calm and laid back.
Mhm.
And gray is like sad, like a gray cloud,
Okay.
okay? So I'm
Okay.
going to mention some of these characters that you played. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Okay. Eileen from Found.
Yeah, great.
What is her color and why?
Oh, and why? Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. I would say Eileen is like, yeah, she's definitely gray. Sad, dark cloud for sure. Um, because she's going through so much. She's an ex-addict. She's looking for her boyfriend. She believes in him when no one else does. And I believe it's her belief that pushed, the agency to really go and find him. So I think she was a sad, dark cloud just because she was trying to do everything that she could to stay true to her belief that he was okay, that he wasn't
Right.
out there using again. So yeah, great.
Okay.
Sad dark
Good
cloud.
stuff. All right. You get a horn for that. All right.
All right.
All right. Next one. Here we go. Lola. And like I said, Lola was ripped. I mean, like I said.
Yeah.
Lola. What about
See,
Lola?
Lola she's a mixture though, right?
Okay.
I think Lola. Lola's red, green, blue.
Okay. She's red, green, and
Because
blue.
there's different parts of her where she's fiery. When she snaps back, she had an attitude, right? She was very green. She was still learning. She had to learn how to be a boxer in the first one, right? She had to learn this thing. It was a self-defense class that gave her the confidence in herself to be able to learn to fight back, right? After that sexual assault.
Right.
And then I think her overall, I think Steve's was more calm and laid back until she was provoked, for sure.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You're doing well. You're winning.
Okay. I got the gist of the game.
You got it. All right.
Ah.
Next character that you play.
Mhm.
Scarlet Gray from
Ooh,
A Heart for
I would love us some Scarlet Gray.
What color?
Scarlet is
Why?
red.
He's
Scarlet is red. I'm just gonna say fiery. I mean, she came in the end, and throughout the process, you saw the little change in her, which I loved. But Scarlet was a whole mood, right? When I read
Mm-hmm.
that script, and my friend Maurice Hall, the director and producer, he wanted me to play Danielle, the doctor. And he
Okay.
was like, "Oh, I got a perfect part." And I read it. I was like, I want to be Scarlet. I don't really want to be Danielle. I think Danielle is cool and she's fun, but Scarlet is where it's at.
Yeah.
And so what he didn't realize that when he put out the when people start reading the scripts, start putting out the breakdowns and stuff, people kept asking, "Who's Scarlet? I want to play Scarlet. How can I play Scarlet?" And like everyone loved Scarlet. He just had no idea it was going to be that way. But she was so beautifully flawed, right? Like,
Yeah.
how are you able to leave your child and then for that long, and then she made it, and then she came back and wanted to be there, and trying to again have this work-life balance. So she's definitely a red for sure.
Definitely red for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go. Let me give you them. There you go.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Here we go. We're gonna go back a little bit. All right.
Okay.
Jupiter.
Ooh,
A house divided.
Jupiter. A house divided.
I missed that show too, man.
Jupiter,
I
right?
do love it. Yeah. Yeah. Red,
Yeah,
green.
Jupiter's red.
Jupiter's red.
She's a boss. She's not calm and laid back. Well, she can be. Okay, so red and blue. Red and she's not a sad dark cloud. She's not green. She's definitely a boss. And yeah, so I would say red and blue. That's her.
Red and blue.
Red
All
and
right.
blue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There you go. All right.
Okay. Okay. I got a bell. I'll take it. I mean, I like my bum, but I take the bell.
You like the
So.
pepper? Okay. Whatever you,
Okay, we
listen,
know
this is
that.
your world. This is your world. I got you. Whatever you like, there you go. We're going to rock with that. And you're going to get the applause, okay? You're going to get both.
Hey!
But
All
it's your world. I'm just a squirrel. That's it.
Thank you. That's funny.
All right. Next person.
Mm-hmm.
Next character. We talked about her earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And we love what you did with her. Cheyenne.
Diane.
Insecure.
Cheyenne. Well, she was red. I mean, come on. What else could she be?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Cheyenne was the best. Her dancing when they coming in. Like she was so loud and fun. And
That
Cheyenne
dancing.
was red. And that dancing.
And
Okay.
dramatic.
Okay. And dramatic. And
had me
like,
watching
all
extra.
the
I was like, okay, now.
hey, right?
Love it.
So yeah, Cheyenne's the best. So she's definitely a red too.
Okay, we got a couple more. We got
Okay.
a couple more. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
All right. And I hope I'm saying this name right.
Mm-hmm.
We going way back. We go.
Okay.
Mrs. Mutisa from Raven's House.
Oh, Raven's.
Yeah.
Raven's home. Oh, yes. Oh,
There you go.
that one. Yeah. Okay.
You got it.
God.
Yeah, I went back, right?
I think she's a blue-red. I feel
Okay.
like she was more calm and chill until her sons got out of line, and just like any Black mama, she becomes a red, right? So I
Yes.
feel like, she was definitely that for sure.
Okay.
Blue-red.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did your
She
thing.
was great.
I
Thank
was
you.
like, again, talk about, different characters, and
Yeah.
you are not the same. You dive into the character and you become that person. I love it. I
Thank
love
you
it.
so much. I really appreciate
Yes.
that. Thank you. The range is
absolutely.
important to me. Yeah.
Range. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. All right. We getting down to it. The last two.
Okay.
And these two are very important
Mhm.
because, we know them very well. Well, we've gotten to know them very well.
Okay.
Priscilla Owens.
Priscilla
Okay.
Owen. Okay.
What's her color? Or colors?
Does no one else pick colors? I don't know. I'm like, God, they're layered. They need more than one color. That makes sense to me. I say, okay. I think she's a red blue. I mean, she gotta be. I mean, what?
Okay. The red blue. Okay.
She red
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's fire.
Yeah.
Because she's still a boss. She's fiery for sure.
Yeah.
But she's not
Yep.
fiery with everyone. She's definitely way more fiery with like the first lady and the bullshit she has to go through with that. But I think with Richard and Nancy, she's more laid back. These are her people.
And she's cool, calm, and collected
Yeah.
under pressure. Like, I love what you did when you said, I'm going upstairs. I'm going to go talk to him. And then you was talking to the mercenaries, get these guys to the hospital. Like, you just
Yeah.
took control.
Yeah,
And then,
I love it.
you and the other character was going at it. He's like, do you have a vagina?
think-
I mean, you killed me
yeah.
on that.
Oh,
Do
that
you-
right? Yeah.
I
Oh,
love it.
the things they make me say.
You know?
What is Priscilla real quick? What is Priscilla quick? What is her zodiac? What zodiac would you give Priscilla?
It's a
Oh,
good
that's
question.
so good. I'm not good with zodiac signs. I don't know. You guys would have to tell me.
She might be a Taurus.
I'm thinking.
A
I'm
Taurus.
thinking. That's what I was gonna say, Jay. Either Aries or
Yeah.
Taurus, because Aries
Okay.
can be very passive, but when you get them wrong, they snap. And same thing with those Tauruses. That bull is coming through there. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, I say
Okay,
Taurus
I like
because she
that.
takes
I like
over.
that.
Tauruses take
Cool.
over. They want what they want, and they're gonna
They
get
want what
it.
they want, and they don't stop till they get it.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Last and definitely not least, the most
Deborah.
important person,
Oh,
the
who?
real person,
Me.
Taja V. Simpson. What is your color, man?
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. She is a red, a green, and a blue.
Okay. All right.
Definitely can be fiery. I think still learning is evident, right? We should
Right.
always. I think you're never too old to learn. So that's just who I am. And
Okay.
then I think I'm chill and laid back,
Yeah.
But then I'm also, that loud, bubbly, funny, like all of that. I think it's
Okay.
more in the red, fiery in that family. But I think I'm all three.
You're definitely not an introvert. We see
I'm
that.
not.
I love it.
I'm not. Now my husband is an introvert, which is interesting. And I was like, who
Okay.
knew? That's all I needed. My whole life was an introvert.
Right.
But
Yin and the
but I
yang,
am
right?
not. I am not. You're
Okay.
right.
When it comes down to party, we know who to call. Okay.
Cheyenne gonna show up.
Hey. And you have won the game, man. That is the end of the game.
Right.
Congratulations, yo.
Oh,
Congratulations.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Well, let me say something real quick to everyone that's in here. Can I just say something to the people?
Oh,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me, for being supportive, obviously to you guys as well. But thank you. I see you in here. I see the comments. I can't wait for the cat fight between Priscilla and Victoria. Me too. We know who's going to win that. Okay, amen. But I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, though, for sure. Like, y'all love Priscilla, and that to me is an attribute to all the work and the hours I put into bringing her to life. So I'm just really grateful. So I just want to make sure I say something to you guys and just say thank you. I appreciate you guys so much, and then for having me today, it's been great. So thank you guys.
Awesome. We appreciate you coming out for real, like taking the time to be with us and having fun. We see you're a ball of fun, and we love you, and you can come back anytime. You already know that, because any other project you have, we want to know about it. We want to talk with you about it. You're always welcome here.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Definitely. We're definitely looking forward to seeing you on Medea's Destination Wedding. They put it out there.
Yes.
So eventually it will come to the screen. We're looking to see what havoc Deborah is going to wreak in the Bahamas. We're definitely looking forward to that. But I know, but just as Jay said, we just want to thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with us tonight. And I'm gonna stop fanning out for a minute. You're just so amazing. I just appreciate all that you do. I know it's hard work working on those Tyler Perry sets. And you guys give it 110% to where people are waiting for you guys to come back to the screen every week. So just thank you so much for being here. And please let everyone know where they can find you.
Absolutely. Social media. I'm all things at Taja V. Simpson. TAJAVSIMPSON. All things Taja V. Simpson. So that's me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
This has been so fun. Thank you guys so much. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
We love you too.
Yeah.
You made it easy for us. That's all I can say. You made it easy for us.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll be sure to hit y'all up when I got my next production coming out, so we can do this again.
Awesome. We'll see you soon.
Absolutely. We'll be watching.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
Good night.
Yeah. Shout out to Taja.
All right, you guys.
She's dope.
Okay.
She's dope.
She is amazing. She is all things amazing.
Yes.
just so honored, like I said, for her to have come through. We got through an amazing conversation with her, and we got through an amazing conversation about Tyler Perry's The Oval. We updated you guys on what is going down in the news, what are some upcoming projects that are coming out. With that being said, Jay, what do you have coming up?
Man, oh man, oh man, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on, ma'am. So yeah, again, shout out to Taja, man. She's just a dope human being, for real, for real. And definitely inspirational, definitely inspirational. So what's going on? What's going on? Well, we got Raising Canaan coming real soon, family. So look out for all of that. Any new exclusive picks coming out, make sure you lock in with your boy, because I'm gonna have that. So make sure you lock in. Appreciate you guys for locking in with us today. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, man, we got a lot coming up in February and in March. Just keep it locked, family. Just trust me. Keep it locked, because we're going to be going live. We got live discussions coming. We got the Family Business New Orleans, right? We got a couple more interviews coming up, family, real soon. We're going to be having an interview come up as well very soon with the Lifetime movie, Girl in the Garage. So make sure you lock in when we go live with that, okay? And man, we just keep it locked, family. Just keep it locked, VKJ TV. All things Ruthless. We got a lot going on. Trust me. What's going on with you?
Absolutely. Listen, just like you said, Jay, there's a whole lot going on. We're definitely going to dive in on Sunday, EJ TV Junkie, as well as our group or the others. We're going to dive in and talk about Family Business NOLA. Make sure y'all come through, bring your mask. We're coming through with masks. We're having a whole masquerade ball. Y'all tune in, lock in. If you take a picture with your mask on, make sure y'all send it to me, tag me on All Things Ruthless at Instagram. I would love to see you guys costumes, your masquerade ball costumes. I would love to see you guys do it up big. That's pretty much what I have right now. Definitely want to kick it with Jay, with the Girl in the Closet, that exclusive interview that's coming through for you guys.
Garage, yes.
And of course, more oval. I'll do my best. I may be absent for a little while. Some of my stuff may sound like AI, but it's gonna be coming to you. So just stay locked into the channel, All Things Ruthless. And I absolutely appreciate you all for tapping in, always engaging with us, always being supportive of us. Tonight we had that came through. Renee Beckham came through. Jada came through. Penny Proud came through. DeMarcus Vaughn came through. Lamont Sampson came through. Who else? Queen came through. Hola, what's good? Yep. I feel goofy when I say it, but I love it anyway. But thank you all for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with us right here at All Things Ruthless and VKJ TV. And y'all ain't got no outro, but we out here. See y'all later. Stay ruthless.
Salute.
Peace.
Peace.